Hello and welcome to Cookery Wizardry. I'm your host Michael, and today we're going to be doing something a little bit different here. As you can see, I have my face is in plain view. I have this little mic right here so you can hear me. It's not like a voiceover, it's a real time type thing. And pretty much we're going to be making improvisational teriyaki. What that means is I'm just going to cook stuff that I already have laying around in my kitchen. I didn't go out shopping. This isn't like a recipe. This is just throwing stuff together. Just wanted to show you guys how you can just, I have some stuff inside my fridge. I can, stuff in my pantry and just throw it together. You'll be good to go. So, yeah, today we're going to be doing a teriyaki stir-fry chicken. I got some onions, chicken's off shot, of course, some garlic. Might throw in these garbanzo beans. I don't know. And then we have our sauce. Teriyaki sauce is incredibly easy to make. You can also buy like the pre-made stuff, but I personally like to make my own. Essentially, it's pretty easy. So we're gonna start off real quick here. You want to start off with some soy sauce or tamari sauce. I'm just gonna eyeball this stuff, to be honest. I mean, this is all improv right here. Tamari has less sodium, which, yeah, I don't know, add a little bit. It works. And then, let's see here. I have some sesame seed oil, so I'm gonna add a little bit of that just for that good flavor. I might put some actual sesame seeds in there too, because I have those laying around back from a hummus recipe. And a little bit of lime juice, not a bunch. Don't overpower the sauce, just enough to give it the good zing. Probably should add in a little bit. I'll probably add in a little bit later, or I might need to. And then we got some apple cider vinegar, just apple vinegar. Oh my god, I'm already starting to salivate here. It smells so good. Oh, man. All right. And then we're going to add a little bit of maple syrup just to kind of get some good sauce here. Oh, I forgot to take a little wrapper off. Just a little bit. Don't need a lot. And finally, get some hot sauce. I'm going to go balls out and put some ghost pepper hot sauce. Just a dash will do ya. I want to shake that up first. Haven't used it in a while. Haven't been that adventurous lately. Just a dab will do ya. I'm just gonna go with straight garlic, so get a good bit of cloves. Love my garlic. Just de-skin those suckers as much as you can, just so it makes the press a little easier to operate. And you can also use garlic powder if you don't have real garlic, but I always prefer the real thing if I have it, which I usually do. Yeah, just kind of grate it off there. Keep adding more so you can press as much out as you can. Get that garlic mixed in there so we can really taste it, the flavor. Alright, so I'm gonna get a good dollop. I got a half teaspoon here. Just gonna start out. A little heaping teaspoon of ginger. Just start us out. Alright, so gonna wash and chop an onion or two. We'll go with a couple. Just because I don't really have too many other vegetables. Already starting to cry. Alright, so already starting to cut the chicken up here. Just cutting it up into just little slices. I like cutting all the fat pieces off, just making it lean. There we go. Chicken's cut up. Throw this fat globule away. Wash our hands of this mess and start cooking. Alright, so we got everything prepped, ready to go. So we are going to set our pan to about medium high. Throw on some olive oil, like so. And then we're going to start with getting our ingredients going. And get them onions. We're going to get them nice and roasted here initially. Next we're going to add in the teriyaki, so get that olive oil. Oh yeah. Alright, so we're going to spread our chicken out as evenly as we can here with our onions. Make sure the chicken's touching the pan so we get as much heat transfer as possible. Now that we have everything laid down, pretty much we're just going to wait for the chicken just to cook initially, and then once it's at a decent state of cooked, we're gonna add in the seasoning and the rice. Yeah, we just got some rice here, made that a little bit ago, so gonna use that. I guess while we're here, a little more lime juice is always good to add in this level of cooking. Alright, so starting to cook here. Now, I always like to do a little bit of a dry seasoning whenever I'm cooking like anything like this. Oh, what's roasted? Hold on. Okay, so while this is starting to cook up here, chicken's pretty easy. Like, there's gonna be a bunch of white emanating off of it. Once that's kind of look like there's just water emanating off of it, that's when it's about done. I always like to do a little bit of dry seasoning when getting the chicken in. I'm sorry if I'm not in the shot. Kind of hard to get me in the shot in this one. But pretty much, I'm gonna get myself some of this 5 spice powder. It's just cinnamon, cumin, coriander, clove, Szechuan. It's my niece. Picked it up at my local Asian food mart. Put some on there. And of course, I always love my stuff spicy. Got some chili powder. It has a little bit of chipotle seasoning in it. Always a good touch. There we go. Starting to come together now. Now you can also marinate your chicken in this, but I don't know. I didn't really have too much time to prepare initially, so I didn't do that. Instead, I'm going to put just a little bit of our teriyaki seasoning here initially. Just enough to get everything nice and pre-seasoned here. This stuff's going to vaporize or go up, get evaporated eventually, so just a little bit to start us off, just to pre-caramelize the onions a bit. At this point, might as well tell you all here, it's like, I only had onions and garlic and rice, chicken, and of course all the other proponents there. I mean, really, you could put in like bell peppers and pretty much any, like, just a bunch of different types of vegetables. But yeah, just make it your own with this type of stuff, and use your nose. Don't freak out about tasting things either, and just sample things. Just don't lick raw chicken. That's kind of a bad idea. It's kind of as long as you stay away from doing that, you'll come out fine. Now you can have your onions crunchy, but if you want them caramelized, make sure they're not sitting too high. You want them to sit low in the liquids as much as possible. And of course, just keep everything hydrated. Want a little bit of more of our sauce, just to make sure the onions start getting nice and caramelized. Almost forgot one more thing I was gonna throw in here. Sorry about butting in the way of the camera. I'm gonna get a few of these sesame seeds, throw them in here. Talking more about the seasoning, pretty much with that, the base you need is just soy sauce, some sort of either ginger powder or paste, and yeah, just go on from there. That's mainly what a teriyaki base thing is. I mean, I like to add in sesame oil, and then of course, if I'd probably recommend putting apple cider vinegar there as well. It's always a good touch. I'm trying to think if I put anything else in there. No. I mean, sesame seed oil, it's kind of optional. I threw some in there because I had it and I wanted to put in there. Garlic's good. You got the ginger and a little bit of lime juice, of course. That's always a good touch. Doesn't need to be in there though. Like I said, soy sauce and ginger. Those are the two things you need in order to get a teriyaki type of flavoring. All the rest can be just thrown, or can be replaced, thrown in. But those are the two main proponents of teriyaki sauce. A little bit of maple syrup makes a nice sweet flavor. You could put brown sugar or regular sugar in there if you wanted to. Maybe corn syrup if you had it. Although I don't like that stuff myself. Not too huge a fan of the corn syrup, but to each their own. Then of course, lime juice. Yeah, that's just always a good flavor. That's completely optional there. And then a little bit of hot sauce if you like it spicy there. You know, you can go with some Tabasco. Just nothing. Well, yeah, I wouldn't really worry too much about vinegar because there's nothing too crazy with that. But just it's pretty much. I like the ghost pepper stuff I got, but yeah, just use your nose and your mouth, whatever appeals to you. Just taste the sauce as you're making it. Put in the rest of our sauce here. Chicken's just about pretty well. It's pretty well cooked at this point, I'd say. All right, and we're gonna go ahead and put the rice back in our mix because we're pretty much completed here. Break it up. Normally you don't have to break it up, but this is just refrigerated rice we had left over. Looky there. That is some tasty teriyaki. Hey, thanks for watching the video. Let me know what you thought of it in the comments. Also, subscribe, like the video if you liked it, and check out this previous video on the veggie burger. It's pretty good.